Hi everybody, this is Eric with Phone Scoop, and today I wanted to give you a quick tour of the iPhone 6s Plus. This is the 2015 model, not to be confused with last year's iPhone 6 Plus, which actually does look identical to the new phone. They have the same basic dimensions and features. As you know, Apple does keep designs for 2 years. So this is the 2014 model, this is the 2015 model. Next year we'll probably see a brand new form factor from Apple. The device has great build quality, has glass front, aluminum sides and back. Aluminum has been strengthened this year to prevent the phone from being damaged when sat upon or leaned against or bent in any other sort of way. Screen measures 5.5 inches across the diagonal and has full HD resolution, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels. Many of Apple's competitors have moved up to Quad HD resolution, but the iPhone 6s Plus still has a very attractive display with nice contrast, colors, and brightness. Looking at the hardware, you can see earpiece here with a sensor, user-facing camera, which has been improved to 5 megapixels over last year's 1.2 megapixel camera. The home button doubles as a fingerprint sensor, and it works incredibly quickly compared to previous versions of Touch ID. You'll see just how quickly it unlocks the phone. It's lightning fast. It's much faster now than typing in a password or PIN. So I recommend you use it if you care to secure your phone via your fingerprint. It's pretty cool. The aluminum frame is nice, feels great. We've got the ringer switch here along with the volume toggles, which double as camera shutter buttons when you're using the camera. The power button and lock button is here on the right side, as is the SIM card tray, which requires a tool for you to remove. There are no features along the top. You'll find the headphone jack, lightning port, and speakers on the bottom. The iPhone 6s Plus does not have stereo speakers, which I think is a bit of a bummer, but the speaker it does have produces plenty of volume for music and speakerphone calls when needed. The back is a rather plain aluminum look to it with plastic injected here and here to help with radio performance. Camera module is here along with the flash. This is a 12 megapixel sensor on this year's camera, unlike last year's, which was an 8 megapixel sensor. The 12 megapixel sensor does capture better photos than the 8 megapixel sensor did on last year's phone, but they're not dramatically better. They're slightly better. The one significant feature the iPhone 6s Plus supports that last year's iPhone does not is called 3D Touch. And how Apple got that to work is by building an extra layer into the display that allows it to sense minor differences in pressure on the screen. And what it does is it calls up secondary actions. So, for example, I'll press the Twitter icon and you'll see this secondary menu pops up and lets me take certain actions. Same thing in Instagram, phone app, browser app, and many others. Some of Apple's apps on board do support this feature, but not all of them. And same goes for third-party apps. As you could see, Instagram and Twitter have built-in support for 3D Touch, but something like Feedly has not. So 3D Touch is a little bit limited right now at launch in terms of app availability, but that will certainly get better over time. The iPhone 6s Plus has the new A9 processor on board, and it makes for an extremely speedy experience. This is a very fast phone, and I found it to perform excellently. Wireless performance is very good. It did strongly on AT&T's network, and of course Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS all work very well too. It's a good voice phone, not an excellent one. The earpiece produced decent enough volume for most environments, as did the speakerphone, and of course ringers and alerts are also quite good and noisy and will get your attention. Battery life is good. It lasts for more than a day. The iPhone 6s Plus definitely lasts more than 24 hours, like the last year's 6 Plus did. It's really nice to have that extra battery life. And iOS 9 helps a little bit because it made some software tweaks under the hood to help improve power efficiency needs. So there's a look at the iPhone 6s Plus. Not very different from last year's phone, but just different enough to make it a compelling upgrade for any iPhone owner.